course, many similar reasons.
Simon.
May I try holding you again? Sweetheart?
You see, when you lifted me up before, you said, "You're very lovely." And my godmother said that the first person to whom I would seem lovely was the man I should marry. So I knew then that you were Simon and I should marry you.
I knew directly I saw you that I should marry you, even if you were Dulcibella. By the way, which of you am I marrying?
When she lifts her veil, it will be Camilla. Until then, it will be Dulcibella.
Then goodbye, Camilla, until you lift your veil.
Goodbye, Simon, until you raise your visor.
Oh, careful!
Who and what is this? Oh, more accurately, who and what are all these?
My attendant, Carlo, Your Majesty. With Your Majesty's permission, he will prepare me for the ceremony.
Of course, of course.
Your maid Dulcibella, is it not, my love? I thought so. She will prepare her Royal Highness.
Ah, yes, yes, most important.
I beg your pardon, Your Majesty, if I've done wrong, but I found the gentleman wandering.
Quite right, my dear, quite right. We've pulled it off.
Have I Your Majesty's authority to put the final test to His Royal Highness?
Is this safe?
Perfectly, my dear. I told him the answer a minute ago. Don't forget, dog. Proceed, Your Excellency. It is the desire that the affairs of my country should ever be conducted in a strictly constitutional manner.
By the Constitution of the country, a suitor to a Royal Highness's hand cannot be deemed successful until he has given the correct answer to a riddle. The last suitor answered incorrectly and thus failed to win his bride.
By a coincidence, he fell into the moat.
I have now to ask Your Royal Highness if you're prepared for the ordeal.
Absolutely.
I may mention, as a matter possibly of some slight historical interest to our visitor, that by the Constitution of the country, the same riddle is not allowed to be asked on 2 successive occasions.
What's that?
This one, it is interesting to recall, was propounded exactly a century ago, and we must take it as a fortunate omen that it was well and truly solved.
I may want my sword directly.
The riddle is this. What is it which has 4 legs and mews like a cat?
It's a dog.
Bravo! Yes!
According to the records of the occasions to which I referred, the correct answer would seem to be...
Say something quick!
Not a
Your
dog.
Majesty, have I permission to speak? Naturally, His Royal Highness could not think of justifying himself on such an occasion, but I think with Your Majesty's gracious permission, I could...
Certainly, certainly.
In our country, we have an animal to which we have given the name dog. Or in the local dialect, more mountainous districts, doggy. It sits by the fireside and purrs.
Then that's right, it purrs like anything.
When it needs milk, which is its staple food, it mews.
Mews like nobody's business.
It also has 4 legs.
One on each corner.
In some countries, I understand, this animal is called a cat, but to one distant country to which His Royal Highness and I penetrated, it was called by the very curious name of hippopotamus.
That's right. Do you remember that ginger-colored hippopotamus that used to sit on my shoulder and lick my ear?
I shall never forget it, sir. So you see, Your Majesty.
Thank you. I think that makes it perfectly clear. You are about to agree.
Undoubtedly, Your Majesty. May I be the first to congratulate His Royal Highness on solving the riddle so accurately.
You may be the first to see that all is in order for an immediate wedding.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Doubtless, Prince Simon, you will wish to retire and prepare yourself for the ceremony.
Thank you.
Have I Your Majesty's permission to attend His Royal Highness? It is the custom of his country for the princes of the royal blood to be married in full armor, a matter which requires a certain adjustment.
Of course. Young man, you have a quality of quickness which I admire. It is my pleasure to reward it in any way which commends itself to you.
Your Majesty is ever gracious. May I ask for my reward after the ceremony?
Certainly. Now, young woman, make yourself scarce. You've done your work excellently, and we will see that you and your... What was his name?
Egg, Your Majesty.
That you and your egg are not forgotten.
Coo! Wait for me, Dulcibella.
Well, my dear, we may congratulate ourselves. As I remember saying to somebody once, you have not lost a daughter, you have gained a son. How does he strike you?
Stupid.
I thought they made a very handsome pair, he and Dulcibella.
Both stupid.
I said nothing about stupidity. What I said was that they were both extremely handsome. That is the important thing. Or isn't it?
What do you think of Prince Simon, Camilla?
I adore him. We shall be so happy together.
Well, of course you will. I told you so. Happy ever after.
Run along now and get ready.
Yes, Mother.
My dear, have we been wrong about Camilla all this time? It seemed to me that she wasn't looking quite so plain as usual just now. Did you notice anything?
Just the excitement of marriage.
Oh, yes.